We're here with Mike Tyson. Now, my next guest was one of the most colorful and deadly men ever to step in a boxing ring. He hit like a truck, and he could take being hit by a truck. He's known as a raging bull. Please welcome the former middleweight champion of the world, Jake LaMatta. Well, Jake, great seeing you.
Guaranteed, without a doubt, next heavyweight champion of the world.
Yeah. What do you...
And if he doesn't do the right thing, I give him a beat.
What do you think of his style? What do you think of him in the ring?
Well, do I understand Cuss had him fight similar to my style? See, I always fought big guys. He's going to keep on fighting big guys all his life. And he kept him going inside. Now, you figure the advantage is for a big guy, but it's wrong. A short guy could take the advantage from a big guy by making himself shorter and keep pressing the guy. You understand what I'm trying to say? You understand that?
Absolutely.
Right, you understand. now, the difference with him is he's got that style that Cuss taught his fighters to protect himself, look to protect himself. And that's a great style. Right. Now, I was explaining to him before, this style just is the same as mine in a way because I did it this way. I caught the punches coming up this way. But his style is just as good because they're sly off his hands. And he's protected a lot better.
Well, we should tell him.
You keep it up, pal. You keep it up, you're going to be a great, great fighter. You're going to be like Joe Louis, Marciano, maybe even better. You're a bigger and stronger Marciano. There's no question about it.
Now, there's a good question. I don't think anybody could take the punches and survive the way you used to do in the ring. I mean, you took more punches and deadly punches and stayed on your feet like Robinson never.
Look, it looked like I did, but I was fast enough to ride with my punches. There's a knack to it. He knows what I'm talking about. When you catch a hard ball,
yeah,
you move with the ball,
yeah,
and,
right.
and it takes the power away.
Right.
I had the reflexes to really move with my punches. And I didn't get hit as much as, otherwise I wouldn't be speaking coherently to you, right?
That's true. Now, what about...
God gifts me with a hard head. When I first started fighting, my brain was crooked.
Yeah.
And after all the punches I got, straighten it right out.
Now, what about... Have you ever been hurt in the ring, Mike? Have you ever been hurt?
Never hurt. In the gym, and perhaps when I was younger fighting, I've gotten hurt during the learning stages.
You know why I'm asking you? Because I was at the Sugar Ray and Tommy Hearns fight, in Vegas. And when Tommy Hearns got hurt, when Tommy Hearns, right, you were there. When Tommy Hearns got hurt, he really he's a great fighter. He'd never been hurt. He didn't know what happened to him, I don't think.
He was hurt with Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yeah, right. He didn't know what happened, right? So do you think you can take, if you ever get hurt, I don't know how a guy gets hurt, but if you ever...
These things, the objective totally is, boxing is to hit and not get hit. And at some time in the stage, you get hit with punches, and the best is to take them as best as possible. But the best objective, like I say, is not to get hit. And that's what I do. I don't get hit.
For a big, powerful, strong guy, you got such a sensitive, sweet voice. It doesn't fit your personality. Now, we didn't come here to talk about him.
No, we came to talk about you,
Jake.
Me.
Yeah. I'm talking about my book.
Yeah, Raging Bull 2, right?
Raging Bull 2.
You got a book, Raging Bull 2. Now, that's going to be made...
You got the cover here?
Yeah, all right, this is Raging Bull 2. Continuing the story of Jake LaMatta. Now, you got a book, and it'll probably be made into a movie, because your life is so interesting. You're such an interesting guy.
The first book was made into a movie.
Right, I know.
Raging Bull. Robert De Niro, superstar Robert De Niro won the Oscar for Best Actor.
Right. Now, he also could fight.
He could. I guarantee you, when I got finished with him, he could have fought professional. No question about it. You met him, and you saw him fight in the movie.
Yeah.
Does he know how to handle himself?
Okay, throwing some heavy blows.
Throw some pretty good blows.
Now,
I spent 1 year with him. 1 year with him. Before we shot one for the film, 1 solid year we boxed over 1,000 rounds. I'm not exaggerating.
Did you drop him?
This guy was very dedicated.
Tell the truth, you can talk. You know, De Niro, you know.
I banged him pretty good.
Yeah.
He wanted me to bang him pretty. He wanted me to bang him.
Did he take it well?
Yeah, he took a pretty good punch. And he also banged me pretty
Did you give him a
good.
beating?
Don't be a wise guy.
Now let's say, Mike, you're the champ, you know, and you have the years as a champ, and now, like Raging Bull 1, Raging Bull 2, they're going to write a book about you, a couple books. All right, what would you call the book if they did a review?
See, you actually, these questions are so immature. I'm not. The first thing in my mind is a book. Everything from my mind is like making a book.
You tell me one more time I'm immature, I'm going to knock your head in that rift, all right? You're right, you're on my side, right?
Smoke them crazy cigarettes too? Oh my God.
You think we could both take it? No chance, right?
I'm not the type, I wasn't the type to play myself in a movie. So they were thinking of using Sammy Davis Jr. instead.
For you?
Yeah, but he could do it. He was too Jewish.
They could... They could use for Mike, they could use Marvin Hamlish to play Mike. Only kidding, Mike, you know what I mean? Only a joke. Now, he becomes the champ, right? Let's say he becomes the champ, like you were the champ. What advice would you give him? He's the champ now.
Well, I gave him advice a few months ago. I boxed an exhibition with Rocky Graziano for retarded kids. It fell for him. And he came back in the dressing room, and he still remembers. I said, the only best advice I can give you is keep yourself busy and make believe you're in jail for a couple of years. Make believe you're in jail for a couple of years.
Oh, in other words, just abstain from all of life and dedicate yourself.
Stay away from all the garbage out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of garbage out there.
Oh, yeah.
Well, why do women have to be garbage, though?
I know, but it's, unfortunately, guys like you and I, we attract garbage. But every once in a while, every once in a while, something beautiful comes into our lives, and we have to see. Now, it took me a long time to finally find. I've been married 6 times. I finally found the right girl. I finally found, and you know something? I got it right this time. I got it right this time. Her name is Teresa. She's sitting out there somewhere. I don't know where she's sitting. So Teresa and I are very compatible. Every night when we go to bed, we both get headaches at the same time.
Funny, too. You know what I mean? You could take my place. I could never take his.
I'm going to Canada tomorrow. I'm doing a club date up in Toronto. I'm getting up early in the morning. I do stand-up comedy. You know that.
Yeah.
You also, I don't know if you realize this, but I also lived in South Philly.
I know you lived in Philadelphia, bro. They still talk about it. Yeah, yeah.
That's how I learned how to fight there in South Philly.
Yeah, I learned how to run. Same place.
Same place. I lived there for about 4 or 5 years.
It's like living in a place for 20 years. It's a great neighborhood. Yeah. A lot of tough guys down there.
I even did a club date at, what's the name?
Palumbo's.
Palumbo.
They're still talking about it, Jake. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Nightlife. You know, what we have here, you have here a former champ and you have a future champ, but what you really have, you have 2 terrific guys. And that's the main thing. Thank you very much. See you. Good night.